Kennedy, who's rolling over in his grave right now, when he sees what's happened to this country. So he's asked me to read a speech, an updated speech, to fit the times for a new tyranny that we now live under. And he says, this is no time for ceremony. The question before our nation is one of awful moment to this country. For my own part, I consider the passage of this tyrannical, unconstitutional healthcare bill at 11:15 on March 23rd, 2010, by our own president, as nothing less than a question of freedom or slavery. And in the proportion to the magnitude of the subject ought to be our freedom to assemble here. It is only in this way that we can hope to arrive at truth and fulfill the great responsibility which we hold to God, our country, and our children, and our children's children. Should I keep back my opinions at such a time through fear of giving offense, I should consider myself as guilty of treason towards my country and of an act of disloyalty towards the majesty of heaven, which I revere above all things, earthly kings and presidents. Patriots, it is natural to man to indulge in the illusions of hope. We are apt to shut our eyes against a painful truth and listen to the song of that siren till she transforms us into beasts. Is this part of wise men and women engaged in a great and arduous struggle for liberty? Are we disposed to be the number of those who, having eyes to see but see not, and ears to hear but hear not, the things which so nearly concern their earthly, God-given liberties and freedoms? For my part, whatever anguish of spirit it may cost, I am willing to know the whole truth, to know the worst and provide for it. I have but one lamp by which my feet are guided, and that is the lamp of experience. I know of no way of judging the future but by the past. And judging by the past, I wish to know what there has been in the conduct of Congress for the last 10 years to justify those hopes with which our citizens have been pleased to solace themselves under the now trampled and tattered words of our Constitution. Hear me, Congress, the presidents, and our courts have killed our republic. It is dying. Now, sir, this new Hopi changey despotism is meant for us, for you. It can't be meant for no other. It was ratified by the smallest minority against the will of the majority and sent over to bind and rivet upon us those chains which Washington bureaucrats and liberals in both parties have been so long forging. And what have we to oppose them? Shall we try argument? Argument? Patriots, we have been trying that all last year. Have we anything new to offer on the subject? Nothing. We have held the subject up in every light of which it is capable, but it has been all in vain. Shall we resort to entreaty and humble supplications? What terms shall we find which we have not already been exhausted? Let us not, I beseech you, patriots, deceive ourselves longer. Tea parties, we have done everything that could be done to avert the storm which is now coming on. We have petitioned, we have remonstrated, we have supplicated, we have prostrated ourselves before the throne in the White House and implored its interposition to arrest the tyrannical hands of both houses of Congress. Our petitions have been slighted. Our remonstrances have produced additional ridicule of you and insult, and our supplications have been disregarded, and we have been spurned with contempt by the media. They know who they are. And from the foot of the throne of the White House, we have been spurned. In vain, after these things, may we indulge the fond hope of peace and reconciliation. There is no longer any room for hope. Our republic died at 11:15 a.m. on March 23rd with the signing of the health care bill by our own president, who swore an oath before God and man to preserve, protect, and defend our Constitution. They tell us citizens that we are weak, unable to cope with so formidable an adversary. But when shall we be stronger? Will it be next week? Or the next year? Will it be when we are totally disarmed? And when a government bureaucrat shall be stationed in every house? Shall we gather strength by irresolution and inaction? Shall we acquire the means of effectual resistance by lying on our backs and hugging the delusive phantom of hope? Until our enemies shall have bound us hand and foot. We the people are not weak if we make a proper use of the means which the God of nature hath placed in our power. Millions of people armed in the holy cause of liberty, marching on September 11th in Washington, D.C., down Constitution Avenue to show them our numbers and strength. And in such a country as that which we possess, we are invincible by any force which our government can send against us. Besides, citizens, we shall not fight our battles alone. There is a just God who presides over the destinies of nations, and who shall raise up the masses to fight our battles until November. The battle, patriots, is not to the strong alone. It is to the vigilant, the active, and the brave. Besides, citizens, we have elections.